What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Okay, I'm turning myself goth. Because I can. Because I can. I don't like my life. Anyway, so I have like this paint set I got from Dollar Tree. It was unopened, don't worry. So I'm not getting like skin cancer or anything. I've already started turning myself white. Then we're gonna add like, yeah. Please don't come for me, goths. I'm scared of you. You're really pretty though. I'm very scared of you. What am I doing? Bunny ears. Bunny ears. My cat's over there. She likes sleeping on a squishmallow. Bite. Bite. Oh, hi, person. Please don't question this. I'm doing goth makeup. Please don't question it. Please stay. Please stay. Anyway, I should probably like get out of y'all's face. Right now I'm just like turning myself white. 'Cause I can. Anyway. Freak. I don't have an eyebrow right here. So this is gonna be a monster to take off. Who's my top fans? Wait, what? Yeah. If I sing any songs, they are not mine. Please don't copyright me, YouTube. I don't have money. Do you want to listen to some music? You know what? Let's listen to Soho Dolls. Oh, hi, other person. Don't question this. I'm doing goth makeup. Please don't question this. How do I get a boyfriend if I'm disabled? Well, you find someone who likes you for you, and yeah. Hi. Epic gamer mode. Oh my god, there's 11 people. You're welcome. There's 11 people in here. Please don't question all this. I'm becoming goth because I like dressing alternative. I look so stupid. Yes, I am a boy. I don't know, bro. Thank you. Yes and no. I do a lot of different styles like scene, emo, goth. You get it. You get it, right? Please say you get it. Oh my god, is that a Lucifer profile picture? Lucifer profile picture. Lucifer profile picture mentioned. Anyway, what were we gonna listen to? Oh yeah. Don't mind my big off forehead. Okay, the song isn't mine. Oh yes, I am trans. This song isn't mine. It's by Soho Dolls. Please don't sue me, YouTube. I do not have money. Anyway, my sister's in the other room. We have rooms like right next to each other. Wait. Oh my god. This song isn't mine. Oh my god. T-Mobile. I don't know, Brianna. Or Brianna. I don't know how to say your name. I don't know what you're looking at. I'm trying to be goth. Bro. I don't care, Nike. Shut up. This song isn't mine. Yes, I support furries. Hi, Rosie. You're good. Please don't. I'm white right now. I'm trying to do God Beckham. I look so dumb. And a bit of glitter dust, life at night is always. What am I doing? What? We're listening to Soho Dolls. There's 26 people. Oh my God, gang! We're turning goth. Okay, now there's 12. It keeps like drastically changing. Bang, 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 bang. Why? I need to calm down. I cannot take myself seriously like this. Falls onto his eyes, but he don't stutter. Messages on the answer phone, but none. I kind of want to sing. I look so dumb. Gang, is the chat still on? Please say the chat is still on. This isn't cool if it's not. Lighting. What the hell? Oh my God. BandLab texted me. Oh my God. My cat. God. La 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 la. Lu 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 lu. What is my sister listening to? Oh my frick! Frick! I got black on my face. We don't want black there yet. What the heck? Kissing at my mom's and what did that say? You revived. This is not 99 Nights in the Forest. What's up, kitty? Gang, we gotta bring the chair over there. Ugh. We're back, gang. Be like gang, 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 gang. Gnarly, gnarly. We're turning into Mikan because I got her beautiful wig right here. Beautiful. It is not attached to the head, so bear with me, please. Bear with me, I said. Hi, one person. I'm gonna be turning into my Halloween costume, which is Mikan Sumiki. Oh, fuck. Never mind. Still turning into Mikan. Bite my hip. Hi, one person. I'm gonna be turning into my Halloween costume, which is Mikan Sumiki from Danganronpa. Feel free to stay. But if you want to leave, that's okay too. I'm trying to like hammer this freaking bobby pin into my styrofoam head. We're fine. Okay? Okay. Let's put the hair up. My baby. Did you know I'm utterly insane? Well, we gotta do the makeup first, obvi. So we got this for her little beauty mark concealer. Eyeliner. Blender. And bandages, because she wears a lot of bandages. Anyway, let's find something to watch, shall we? Oh my god, it's worse than we thought. They made her emo, barely human, hey, scenes like I'm so caught in a night. That's what my star. You know what? I know what we should watch. Let's see, could my demon prince take me to the other side? I'll be yours forever, dear. In hell where we can hide. Let's see, could my heart's in flames. I'll surrender all to you. No one else can make me feel the way you do. Ooh, this song isn't mine. Okay, don't sue me. Let's go. All alone in my bedroom with the lights turned down and my roommate gone. I know it's over, still I cling on. 'Cause I'm my own right-hand girl, and I don't need anyone, but sometimes I miss your stupid face and your taste and your smoking gun. It's so depressing how the teardrops in my eyes are so much wider than the space between my thighs. And I can't help it, thinking about it only makes me cry, it keeps me wet. I'm turning into my Halloween costume because I can. Please don't judge me when I put on the wig cap. I'm gonna turn off the camera for now. I will keep talking to you though. Hi, I'm turning into Mikan Sumiki from Danganronpa. Feel free to stay. I would appreciate it. Please. Oh, fuck. Both my tears and I have found. It's so depressing how the teardrops in my eyes are so much wetter than the space between my thighs. I'm scared. Hey, queens. Ladies, one at a time. Anyways, concealer! It runs cold, my thoughts are listening. I'm letting go. And letting go can be orgasmic, but I guess I wouldn't know. There's so much wider than the space between my thighs. Oh, I can't help it, thinking about it only makes me cry, it keeps me wet. You know you keep me wet till I run dry. Oh. Covering up my freaking red cheeks. Cover and cover. La la la. First I cried for him, then I cried for me, haunted by the ghost of the girl that I used to be. You know, let's watch some Funky Frog Bait. This is not mine. It's made by a different YouTuber. I love you, Funky Frog Bait. Sponsor me. Wait, can YouTubers even sponsor other YouTubers? I don't know. Anyway. It's so depressing how the teardrops in my eyes are so much wetter than the space between my thighs. Oh, I can't help it thinking about it. Hey, Queen. Or not Queen, because they're they, them.
Watch him combust, insisting that the historical integrity of the show about dragons would be destroyed if he wasn't allowed to watch sexually attractive actors from the comfort of his living room. As someone who has been playing video games since these were still popular, I've always been painfully aware of how men will do anything they can to make women feel unsafe in a space they feel belongs to them. It's a well-documented phenomenon that women who dare to impede on this territory are constantly subjected to dehumanizing threats.
Be honest with me. Do you know what it feels like?
No, I don't actually.
What do you want to know?
Are you saying you're gonna me?
It's not if I like it.
And if you think this type of messaging is exclusive to entertainment, check out this video that recently resurfaced of what was proudly preached in a North Carolina church last summer.
You'll find more women on that shorts on than you will with pants and dresses put together. I used to say this. I haven't said this in a long time. You ready? I said, if you dress like that and you get and I'm on the jury, he's going to go free. Now, you don't like, do you? I'm right, though.
I want to kill.
Because, a man's a man.
Well, that guy's going to hell. That was Bobby Leonard, and the fact that he was allowed to state from that pulpit what I can only describe as a confession without being dragged out the front doors by his starched collar is a condemnation on that entire congregation. So gentlemen, I guess it's our bad. Our bad for believing you are what you say you are and believing you'll do what you say you'll do. But you're going to have to choose favorite Pop-Tart.
Everyone's using AI for school, but no one shows you
Actually,
how. Grammarly can help from
you
start
know
to
what?
finish.
Let's watch.
It's always best to go into writing with a clear idea of what it is I want to write about, and Grammarly's AI chat helps me
I don't know.
sort
What
through
should
my
we
different
watch?
ideas to efficiently streamline my essay writing and get an initial outline. You can also use it to brainstorm and ask other things, such as research topics.
It's so depressing how the teardrops in my eyes are so much
lets me change up my tone and style depending on what
space
I'm working
between
on.
my thighs. Oh, I can't help it thinking about it. Only makes me cry, it keeps me wet. You know you keep me wet till I run dry.
AI grader to get some more tailored
Oh.
feedback. Grammarly's AI features help you with your writing from beginning to end.
It's so depressing how the teardrops in my eyes
So sign up and get
are
Grammarly
so much
today.
wetter than the space between my thighs. Oh, ooh, Your Life as an Oiron. This isn't my video. This is by Lost Legacy. Go check them out. I love them so much. Full screen it.
You're 8 years old, scrubbing fish guts behind your father's food stall in Edo 1702. Your hands sting from
This
salt
is
water.
actually sad.
Kimono smells like mackerel and grease. And your father just scolded you for spilling vinegar on a customer again. The alley hums with flies and old smoke. You smell like lunch, not a person. But no one paid attention to you long enough to care. Until today. 2 women appear, and they do not belong here. Their robes shimmer like koi fish. Their hair is sculpted into glossy shapes that could double as armor, and their faces are painted pale like porcelain dolls. One kneels in front of you, tilts your chin up, and examines your teeth like you're fruit in the market. She turns her hands over, checks your nails, your wrists, your ears. You try to stay still. You flinch anyway, and she smiles. The second woman hands your father a pouch so heavy, it makes a thud when it lands in his palm. You don't understand until he avoids your eyes. He doesn't even speak, not even when you say his name. By sundown, you're behind the red gates of Yoshiwara, the sealed pleasure district of Edo. You walk through streets
Red light
glowing with
district.
lantern light and crowded with silk, laughter, and perfume. Yoshiwara doesn't allow the outside world in after dark, and it doesn't let anyone out. It has its own rules, rhythm, and air. You've never seen so many people pretending to be happy all at once. You're told your name is no longer yours. From now on, you're Kamuro, a child attendant in a high-ranking Oiran house. You're not there to be raised. You're there to be polished. You serve tea, carry trays, fold towels, and sleep curled at the foot of your senior's futon like a house cat she didn't ask for. You learn to wake when she wakes, dress when she dresses, and anticipate what she wants before she says it. You're invisible until you mess up. Then you're a nuisance. Your senior is a Taiyu, one of the highest-ranking Oiran in Yoshiwara. Taiyu are not just courtesans. They're cultural symbols. They speak in elegant poetry, play multiple instruments, and wear outfits so elaborate they need help walking through doorways. When your Taiyu enters a room, men bow. Women stare as she moves like she's gliding. She terrifies you. You watch everything she does. How she lowers her eyes, how she picks up her fan, how she smiles without giving anything away. You memorize her habits. You dream of becoming her. Fear it just as much. By 13, you've been promoted to Shinzo, an apprentice Oiran. Your training begins in earnest. You study tea ceremony, ink painting, etiquette, dance,
Hi.
music. You
I'm turning into my Halloween costume, which is, yeah. What's her name? Mikan Sumiki from Danganronpa. I'm watching Lost Legacy, Your Life as an Oiran right now. Feel free to stay off. You already left. That wasn't nice.
learn to play the shamisen until your fingers blister and bleed. You memorize classic Chinese literature and the tale of Genji. You learn to walk so softly the floor doesn't creak. To kneel for hours without moving. To pour sake with such grace it looks like wind passing over water. You're not allowed to laugh openly. You must smile without showing teeth. You must always speak in the soft, high register expected of women in Yoshiwara. Refined, delicate, rehearsed. When you're 16, the house matron wakes you before dawn. It's time. Your debut walk. The Oiran Dochu has been arranged. 2 assistants help you into a furisode kimono so heavy it might crush your spine. Its sleeves drag behind you like waterfalls. Your obi is tied in the front, a visible sign that you are available for purchase.
What?
Your hair is styled into a towering
Okay,
lacquer
Queen.
construction, decorated with dozens of gold pins and tortoiseshell
Don't look at my
combs.
boobs.
The weight alone gives you a headache that no one cares about. Your feet are strapped into komageta, wooden sandals nearly 6 inches high. You train for this walk, but every step still feels like punishment. You move slowly, deliberately, like time itself. Crowds gather along the street, and they can't take their eyes off you. Women want to be you, while men want to get you. You can't feel anything other than the heavy kimono dragging you down. But that's when it hits you. You're not a girl anymore. You are a product. When the walk ends, the real event begins. Your mizuage, the ceremonial loss of your virginity, is auctioned to the highest bidder. The man who wins is older than your father. His hands shake as he signs the contract. He doesn't speak to you, just stares like he's acquired a treasure. That night, you do as you're told. You lie still, keep your eyes open and mouth closed. You still don't feel anything. You suppressed your feelings when your father handed you in exchange for gold coins. So this night is still not the worst night of your life. When it's over, you bathe, paint your face, and return to the parlor. Because now, you're a Taiyu, a full Oiran. And this is when the real performance begins. Your fame spreads fast. You walk in the evening parade, clacking through the street on your Komageta while people wait hours for a glimpse. You host banquets where wealthy men flatter you with poetry and overpriced gifts.
Shark Power Detect, the best
Bro!
cleaning of any cordless.
I'm rarely speechless.
They write haikus about your eyes, your voice, your walk. One sends you a bonsai trimmed in your likeness. Another tries to gift you a piece of land. A third sends his severed pinky finger. You keep the tree, you burn the latter. In the banquets, you sit half concealed behind a gold leaf screen. You drink sake only when required. You laugh only when it's useful. You listen to men talk about politics, trade, their mothers, and pretend like every word is a revelation. You flatter their poetry, their swordsmanship, their cologne. You touch their hands only when the room demands it. And yet, there is power here. Unlike lower-ranked courtesans, you can say no. If a man disgusts you or bores you, you can politely refuse. Most won't risk the shame of rejection. You spend your 20s being worshipped. Your calendar is booked weeks in advance. Your name becomes synonymous with elegance. But then, the silence creeps in. The younger Shinzo are prettier, fresher, and of course, faster. They laugh harder, bow deeper. You notice when your name is bumped off a guest list, when your fan doesn't get a second glance. And then, you begin to think the unthinkable. Freedom. But freedom has a price tag. Every meal you were served, every kimono you wore, every music lesson, sandal, and hair ornament, it's all debt. You've been working for years, and you haven't even paid off your own shoes. Some Taiyu marry out. A rich patron falls in love, redeems your contract, and offers a new life. But most fade into the background.
I'm gonna go
They
get
become
changed.
house mothers, trainers, or disappear into private rooms no one enters anymore. You choose to keep performing. You perfect your act. You get better at guessing what each man wants. You laugh a little longer, smile a little softer. You pour tea for men who couldn't find your district without a map and a personal guide. Sometimes, the young client looks at you, not with lust, but with recognition. For a moment, you forget to pretend. Then he leaves, and the mask returns. Years later, the Meiji Restoration era slams into Edo like a cannonball. Japan opens to the west, and the samurai vanish. This is when Christianity arrives. Geisha take over as the preferred entertainers. They are simpler, more modern, and less intimidating. People forget what an oiran was. You hear tourists confuse the names. They point at an old painting of you and say geisha. You say nothing. You are trained to be silent. Eventually, your name disappears from the registry. Your sandals are boxed, your ornaments tucked away. You're not remembered by crowds or clients, but by the flicker of a lantern, the sound of a shamisen string, the way a painted smile holds steady through pain. You weren't just beautiful. You weren't just trained. You were curated and calculated. The most expensive illusion Japan ever built. Still think geisha had it rough? Watch Your Life as a Geisha next, because if you thought 6-inch wooden sandals were bad, just wait until you meet the neck pillow.
Freaking neck pillow. Child bride.
When emergency strikes, first responders rely on the latest technology. That's why T-Mobile created T-Priority, built for the 5G era. Only T-Priority dynamically dedicates more capacity for first responders.
You're 6 years old, chasing your wooden doll through the wet grass of your family's manor garden in 15th century England, when a thunder of hooves split the air. Men in velvet doublets, reeking of horse sweat and spiced wine, prowl the great hall. One of the men kneels before your father, unfurls a parchment sealed with a king's wax. Your father scans it once, twice, then stares at you as if you've turned into a sack of gold, which, in a way, you have. The letter is your marriage contract. Congratulations, you've just been traded as a child bride to secure a political alliance. Yesterday, your life was dolls and daydreams. Nurses spinning tales of knights and dragons, while you nibbled on honeyed bread that stuck sweetly to your fingers. This morning, you wake up and find your wooden dolls have been packed away. Ladies don't play with toys, your governess sniffs, replacing them with a needle and thread. You're 6, the world a blur of castle drafts and flickering hearth fires when the lessons begin. Not ABCs or fairy tales, but curtsies so deep your knees kiss the stone floor, and French phrases that twist your tongue like thorns. For your future husband, your mother whispers, her voice laced with something bitter, like the herbal tonics she forces down your throat to strengthen your womb. Strengthen? You're still losing baby teeth, for God's sake. By 7, the inspections start. A parade of pinch-faced physicians and midwives troop into your chamber, reeking of vinegar and herbs. They press rough hands against your belly, mutter about humors, and whisper about breeding potential. One grizzled doctor nods approvingly. You'll do nicely once you're old enough. The way he says old enough makes your skin crawl in ways you don't yet understand. Your father beams like he's won a lottery, while you huddle under the blankets, pretending
I'm
it's
back.
all a
I
night.
had to put the skirt
Then
on.
the day comes. You're dressed in a scratchy brocade gown that weighs more than you do, standing in a drafty chapel that smells of incense and old stone. The groom, a man old enough to be your father, his breath sour with ale, his eyes scanning you like a merchant appraising cloth. He's 32, you're 7, and the betrothal, dressed up like a wedding, feels suffocating. Your dress is heavy, the crown keeps sliding over your eyes, and you can barely pronounce your own vows. You feel like you could just leave it all behind and run away to find some fresh air. Maybe a few toys, but you can't. Vows are mumbled. Yours scripted, his slurred. Rings exchanged. Yours a heavy gold band that slides around your finger like a shackle. You're kissed by a man who smells like ale and old leather. The crowd cheers. The feast follows. A roar of laughter and clinking goblets. But your childhood officially dies at that moment, suffocated under yards of crimson silk. You spend your betrothal night in a strange bed, curled around the little cloth doll you smuggled beneath your shawl, while the revelry below thunders on. Your new home is a fortress 3 days' ride from everything you've ever known. The servants whisper in a dialect you don't recognize. Your husband's first wife died in childbirth at 15. A cheery welcome to the family story the maids share while unpacking your miniature trunks. Hope you slept tight, princess. 2 years married and still sleeping alone. It should feel like a blessing, but somehow feels worse. You're in matrimonial limbo. Too young to be a real wife, too married to be a child. The court physicians examine you monthly. Not yet ready. They announced a room full of men discussing your body like butchers circling a cut of beef, waiting for it to sizzle on the bonfire before declaring it fit for the feast. At 10 years old, you're shipped off to your husband's court like a crate of fine wine. Valuable,
We do the
but
leg
not to be
first.
uncorked yet. The carriage ride jolts over rutted roads. Each bump a reminder of your new title, Child Bride, whispered behind fans like a curse. You arrive at a sprawling castle, towers piercing the sky like accusatory fingers, air thick with wood smoke and intrigue. Life here is a twisted fairy tale. Mornings, embroidery lessons, where your pricked fingers bleed onto silk-staining patterns meant to symbolize fertility. Afternoons, dancing instruction, tiny feet blistering in leather shoes, learning to glide like a swan while your heart hammers like a trapped bird. The ladies in waiting coo over you. Such a little queen. But their smiles are knives, their gossip, venom. Will she even bleed before he beds her? One hisses. You pretend not to hear, but the fear coils in your gut like a serpent. You're 12, and inspections intensify. Monthly, a midwife strips you bare in a chilled chamber, her hands rough as bark, checking for womanly signs. The first blood comes at 12, a crimson stain on your linens that seals your fate. Word spreads like wildfire. Your husband summons you to his solar, his face flushed with wine and anticipation. Soon, he growls, his hand lingering on your shoulder, heavy as iron.
Hi!
Nod,
I'm turning
while
into Mika and
frozen,
Sumiki.
while inside you scream. The court ridicules you openly now. She's ready for what feels like a death sentence with extra steps. Your husband orders new bed sheets. The doll wife, they call you, snickering at your flat chest and childish braids. Rivals, older mistresses with curves and cunning, circle like wolves, spreading rumors that you're barren already, or cursed by the fairies. One slips a fertility charm in your food. It tastes like dirt and despair. Nights are worst. Alone in your bed, you hug your knees, imagining escape through arrow-slit windows. But the guards' footsteps echo like jailers. Sometimes you develop elaborate fantasies about escaping, disguising yourself as a boy, joining a convent, dying dramatically of consumption like the heroines in romance stories. But in reality, you can't do anything, except wait. And the wait isn't mercy, it's torture, stretching your childhood's last threads until they snap. You're 13 now, and your wedding night arrives like an execution day. The older women prepare you with the enthusiasm of morticians, braiding your hair and dressing you in a nightgown thin as cobwebs. Their advice ranges from unhelpful, like think of England, to terrifying, bite down on this leather strap if it gets too bad. The bedding ceremony. A crowd of nobles marches you to bed, laughing, tugging at your sleeves, yanking back the covers, demanding proof come morning. The curtains closed, but privacy is a joke. Their cheers seep through like poison. The experience lives down to every horrifying expectation. It hurts. It hurts like being torn apart from the inside.
That's actually
Weight crushing
sick.
His grunts animal. You clench your fists, bite your lip bloody to stifle screams, only to taste iron and tears. A few moments
That's
later, you lie motionless,
disgusting.
staring at ceiling beams and wondering if this is what marriage means. Being broken apart and expected to smile about it. Your husband sleeps soundly beside you while you quietly bleed into expensive linens.
Dawn Power Suds traps, locks, and removes 99% of grease.
It's the better grease getter.
It was actually so disgusting back then. Like, I can't even make it up. It was so absolutely disgusting.
Dawn brings bloodied sheets paraded like a trophy. Proof of your womanhood. 6 months later, you're pregnant. A nightmare in miniature. The court applauds you while you vomit in a chamber pot. You're 14 and terrified. Your belly swells, but so does the nausea. The bone-deep exhaustion. Morning sickness keeps you bedridden for weeks while physicians poke and prod, monitoring their precious air container. Labor begins 3 days before your 15th birthday and lasts 36 hours. Pure agony on a sweat-soaked bed. No epidurals in medieval times, just herbs that barely dull the edge. And midwives who tell you to breathe through it while you're being split in half. You scream until your throat bleeds, then scream some more. You survive, barely. The baby doesn't. Your son, because of course it was a son, lives for 4 hours before slipping away like morning mist. Your grief is immediately overshadowed by your husband's rage about their lost heir, and his demands that you try again before your stitches have even healed. You bleed for days, feverish, hovering at death's door. The physicians bleed you more, leeches sucking at your arms like greedy courtiers. You survive, barely, but your body remembers. Hips widen, scars hidden under gowns, a constant ache like a war wound. At 15, you're a widow. Your husband dies of a fever, leaving you with crushing debts, a title you can't inherit, and trauma layered thick as winter frost. For the first time in a decade, you're alone with your thoughts. They're not pleasant company. Freedom lasts exactly 3 months before your brother-in-law arrives with another marriage contract. Apparently, your womb is still considered valuable real estate, despite its previous tenant not surviving long. You're to be married off again, this time to a duke twice your age, who already has 6 children from 2 previous wives. Both previous wives died young. Coincidence? Probably not. Your new husband's court is a nest of vipers, where his children from other marriages view you as competition for their inheritance. His oldest daughter is your age, and makes it clear she'd happily poison your wine if given the chance. The husband is kinder, but no less demanding. He wants an heir, preferably multiple heirs, and treats your body like a business investment that needs to show returns. You become pregnant again, miscarry at 6 months, get pregnant again. The cycle becomes as predictable as seasons, and twice as brutal. At 18, you finally produce a surviving son. The court celebrates. You collapse from exhaustion and blood loss. The recovery takes months, during which
Why do
whispers
I do
circulate
this?
about finding your husband a second wife to help with the breeding duties. You're 18 years old and already considered worn out. Your body bears the evidence of repeated trauma, complications from difficult births, malnutrition
hi,
from
Cat.
constant pregnancy, and a spine curved from carrying babies before your own bones finished growing. You look in mirrors and see a stranger wearing your face, aged beyond her years by experiences no child
Okay,
should have
I'm gonna
survived.
go so I can
22,
record
you
videos for
buried
y'all.
2 husbands, birthed 4
Love
children,
you.
2 of whom
Have a good
survived,
day. Take
and
care of
somehow
yourself.
navigated the murderous politics of
And if you
medieval
haven't heard it already today,
without being
I'm proud of
poisoned,
you. I love you.
executed, or driven
And
completely mad.
have a good
Your
day.
health is permanently
Mwah.
damaged from too many
Bye, my little
pregnancies too
cookie
young.
crumbs.
Your hips ache